It's time for some TOL Week 7 action, and we got the Swords going up against the Logs. You just saw the Logs star player Dexter Doyley coming back from injury. Now the Liquid Swords are trying to rebound from an absolute beatdown at the hands of the Professor Bobby's Brave Crocodiles, who racked up 59 points and almost 700 yards of offense. Swords are struggling a bit. 2-4 at the moment, going up against the Logs, who are essentially mid-pack here. So let's see if this game can head these teams in the right direction. And they do a little plunge with Woods on the off tackle, picking up 4. Grice gonna get the fake. Will they toss it to him? And, oh, that's not a good play design when you got 2 receivers going to the exact same spot. That's going to draw a defender. And this line, oh, they do fire it off to Chef, who's ungodly slow, and coughs up the ball. That is painful. They got it off. Picked it up. It looked like it was going to be a sack, but then they fumble, and the Logs take over at their 40. Great field position, but then they fumble. This looks like the fucking Bears-Vikings game from last night. And here comes Wack driving in. Oh, no, that's man. And pardon me, Wack was trying to make the tackle. So the Swords suddenly come up with a 1st and goal on the 8, bringing the offense back out. That guy's going to be covered. Oh, that could have given the ball right back to him. God, they love this fucking play. This time they mix it up. They've got a man wide open, feet set. That should be a touchdown. WR1 sits down in the back of the end zone. Clifford Smith, I think, from Gary Grice. I don't really have any idea what the fuck's going on with these names or what's happening. I do like Swords, though. I'll certainly tell you that. Oh, and unfortunately, they miss the extra point. I have quite a medieval weapon collection in my basement, although I'm more of an axe man myself. Now, here comes Jackson. Got some speed, got some moves, breaks through, gets to that second line. Look at him go! What a hero! Gets a diver. He's at the 40, at the 30. He's got one man to beat. And man, oh man, he almost dragged him. That was impressive. And let's see what they do here. Usually heavy rush, trying to find his own hole. And Doyley, again, back from injury, says, I can't get hurt if I score. Finds the end zone. Really set up beautifully after that amazing return, like a 104-yard return from Dexter. This kick is up and through. I thought at least we were going to get a doink there. So Girl Kick is going to fire it to Jones. And out to about the 30. Relax. This time they're going motion. Man, a lot of motion on this team. But they do take it to the near side. Now what are we going to see? Now they're going to go motion to the far side. And he is going to get around everybody and pick up the first. So those motion plays have worked relatively well. That pass up the middle is the struggle. And the man is grappled, and man, they are flirting with an INT. I feel like we're going to see one relatively soon. This time he's got somebody deep. Can he find him? He gets it off right as he's tackled. And that's a touchdown. Walk-in touchdown. Check it out. Clifford Smith. Gary Grice, second connection for the day. Some pressure, then blocked again. So it is only 12-7, an unusual 5-point lead. Let's see what happens. Now here's Jackson, who had the amazing first return. Finds the sidelines, gets out to the 34, so certainly adequate. No one's going to be screaming at him. But that probably won't make his highlight reel. And that linebacker looked possessed. Tossed somebody and then made a beautiful open field tackle, limiting it to 1 when we thought more was going to happen. The Logs traditionally heavy rush. Doyley coming out, picking up 12. We know Doyley's an average because he just came back from being wounded. Another try to get it out to the far side, but Doyley fumbles. And the logs recover. Man, it looked like the swords were going to take over there. Here they come. Plenty of time. Can he find the open man? No, he's going to force it to Bronski. Double covered. Could have been picked. Suddenly, it's 3rd and 10. What are we going to see here? They're going to try to pass. Line holds. Doesn't really have a whole lot. Threads the needle for McGee, but it's only 4 yards. And that will trot out the punt team right at the 40. Excuse me, the 50. Midfield. And just comes out all excited and fired up and just fires it crazy deep. So the Swords with a chance to build their lead. Some of these motion plays worked pretty well. This one has. They scored off of it and they find him. There's Clifford Smith, been the hero all day. Gets a diver, still running. Come on, blocker. Oh, I thought that the wide receiver was going to come up just a little bit more and pick up that one guy for a TD. But all of a sudden, they're in the red zone. And it's a perfect called play. Can he find him? Oh! The pressure of the man forced his hand just a little too quick. What are we going to see here? Now it's that weak side to the near side. Solid pickup of 8, but a big 3rd and 2. Field goal would be very useful to get back those missed PATs. A lot of pressure there, but I think he's just across the line. Needed 2, got 2.5. 1st and goal from the 7. Grice surveys, called plays, in big trouble, and that'll take him way back to the 14. Going back to the motion, it's worked well. This should be okay. A lot of coverage here. Does have a dump off and a diving throw and then a toss for good measure. Corey Woods, who we haven't heard from, comes across, dives, grabs the ball. Grice now with 3 TD strikes in the first quarter. Or, well, super close to the first quarter. First half, definitely. So here comes Jackson for try number 3. Wants to continue to use that inside. Gets right back to the 34 where he did before. If these guys can just stick with the run, they should be fine. Dump it off to Little Huna McGee, but it was teed up 2 yards down. 2nd and 12. These run teams don't like getting behind the chains. Especially when Doyle, he fights hard for a yard, but still. 3rd and 9. See what they do here. The slot LZ, probably foolish. Oh, when he had it, but heard footsteps and dropped the ball. So that's going to force an immediate punt. Now you can clock it deep. Reasonably deep. Got a couple guys there to make the coverage. Jones at the 8. Blocker is overwhelmed, but it buys him at least enough so he picks up a bonus 7 yards because of the man's sacrifice. Unfortunately, his fibula is now sticking out of his pads. This is a called play. F. Pine Kink is going to get in there and get that sack. 2nd and 16. Uh-oh, Grice has got another TD strike potential to Clifford Smith, who's been the hero all game. Oh! But Grice put a tiny bit too much on it, and he could not haul it down. They try the same play. Smith is wide open, but the line has collapsed, and that will bring out the punt team. Pretty deep kick from Digital. Let's see what Jackson can do on his first punt return of the day. The blocker's there, getting around some people. Oh, needed to hit the outside quicker, but still a solid punt return. Plenty of time. They're going to try to force it in. He almost got the dive and coverage, but 2 men able to knock it away. Called play. He evades the first one. Little Huna McGee again gets back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. All of a sudden, the Logs offense has slowed as they've moved away from the run game. Here comes the T-cross, but I don't know if he's going to get there. He is going to find the first. Very impressive 17-yard pickup on 3rd and 10 with a run play. Here comes a great run play, but this guy is stuffed. We haven't seen either one of those two first run plays, which are usually highly effective. Got a chance. Oh, and it was knocked down, the big D lineman. Now it's 3rd and 14. They are just in field goal range, I believe. A sack could be costly, and Johnny Blaze is there. And what are they going to do? They're going to go for the field goal. So they trot out the field goal. That's what I would have done. Kick from here, but he shanks it to the right. Wide right, no good. And now the Swords, we've seen they can strike with a couple of these plays. Gets that called play. Oh, but it's knocked down. That's costly. 28 seconds left. Motion again. They try the same play. Has pressure. Dumps it off the middle. Now 28 seconds. Got it. The Logs going to get the ball back. Line holds. Not a good throw. Should have been picked. 5 seconds. So they'll have a punt return, and that is it. They clock it off. The clock ticks 0, so Jackson will not. I thought maybe he'd have a chance, but no, they kick it too deep. I guess that was smart. So the Swords with a 2 TD lead. The Logs have been able to move the ball when they call the right plays, but that's only been about a third of the time. Jackson out to the 33. Here's that T-cross. Looking good, looking good. Look at Doyley go. Big pickup for Doyley. They just got to keep him, and that's all they do is work that far side there. Let's see if this will be a run play. It is, but once again, they're screwed on the call. 2nd and 14. They're going to try it again. No, they try to pass. This is an ill-advised pass play. And down it goes. 3rd and 14. What are they going to do here? Probably going to pass. They will, but that is not their strength. They have a chance. Doyley, look at the move. Doyley's gone. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Get the ball in the hands of your best player, Dexter Doyley, on the quick reception, and then just murders a man. The guy still has cleat imprints in his sternum as Doyley stomped him on his way to the end zone. And now it's back to that 5-point 19-14 game. Girl kick fires it off. Jonesy from the 3. And out to the 23. All RB2 plays for the Logs, all RB1 plays for the Swords. They're going to find Diggs. Trying to make a move. Can't get around that other guy, but still a very solid pickup. Happily move the chains there. We're back to motion. Called play is going to get destroyed. Loss of 6. Now it's a double back set. He avoids 2 divers. And throws a costly backwards pass. INT. We knew the INT was coming at some point, folks. It was pretty much a given. Now they get to call this good play for Doyley. Only is worth 3, but at least it wasn't a called play. Let's see what happens here. They lead Doyley. They scored on a similar play. Get that first down. Really trying to feature that RB2. Now the hole blows open in the cross-off tackle. Will anyone catch him? They will not. They will not. They've been saving that play for a key moment, and the key moment is to take the lead in the game. It's a 1-point lead now. Girl kick looks to make it 2. She does. So just like that, the 2-touchdown lead is evaporated. And the Logs find themselves standing tall. Can the Swords chop them down? Jones trying to make his presence known. Well into Log's territory. Gets 3 divers and will score. Just like that, the pendulum swings. Because a lightsaber is pretty fucking good against a log, and it slices it down. A lot of pressure, but they do squeak it in. So it's back to a 5-point lead off the huge kick return from Jones. Now let's see if Jackson, who had been riding high as the best returner in the game, suddenly discovers that he is challenged and then coughs it up, and everybody thought it went out of bounds, but it did not. They say it stayed in, and the Swords take over at the Logs 38. They've got a couple of dump-offs. Everybody's open. Who do they want? There's Robert Diggs. Doesn't have a lot of speed, but at least hits the outside, and they're in the red zone, just like that. Again, tons of choices. Who do they want to throw it to? They decide to run with Grice, who's slow as shit, but still picks up 12, because everybody was on the wrong side of the field. Now we're looking at off tackle. The hole is there, and that's a TD for Woods. There it is. Corey Woods, what a play. And the Swords reclaim the 2-touchdown lead off of the massive kick return and then the fumble. And Jackson went from hero to heel very quickly. Let's see if he can redeem himself. And he doesn't even get out to the 30. Here's a good play for Doyley. Let's see what Doyley can do. Oh, man, he almost hit the super open field. Still a first down. Will they try it again? It's working. Why not? They're flattening that outside linebacker. Doyley's picking up 10 or more every time on this play. This one's for 15. And I love seeing somebody get tossed at the end. Now it's the T-cross, but they ran it to the near side. Not normally as effective, but Doyley still able to get 8. 5 seconds left, last play of the third. They're in passing scenario. Do they leave somebody open? Oh, but Raquan from the diving behind tackle trips him up, and Walk loses several. What are they going to do here? They don't call the play. Doyley slows up, but it doesn't matter. He hits the outside and finds the first. Double back set, trying to really get that run game, which is working. This play has been unstoppable for him. Always picking up 12 to 15 yards, and it does so there. 1st and 10. At the 15. Now they go to pass. I don't like it. Thought it was going to be picked. Field goal doesn't do a whole lot. Let's see what Doyley's can do. Doyley's going to not get the first. I thought he was actually going to score. Does not get the first. What are they going to do here? They're going to plunge with the off tackle, which has worked great. Doyley coughs it up. No, Doyley fumbles. The hero fumbles at the 5. Oh, man. What pressure. Oh, that has got to be gut-wrenching. And then they give it to Woods. Woods obviously feeling pretty good there after his great play. 3rd and 4. They need the ball back as they need double score. There's a lot of pressure, but they leave a man wide open. It's the hero, Smith. He's been playing great the whole game. He's got one man to beat. And he does. And that will seal the deal. The Logs sold out to stop the run. The Swords came with a gutsy call. Throws the deep ball. Finds him for the TD. And suddenly it's 40-21, and this game just got out of reach. Turnovers have been so costly for the Logs. That kickoff return from Jackson, the fumble from Doyley, the 2 stalwart champions really let their team down. Doyley trying to hustle and get some yards back for at least pride. Does get the stats. There's a pitch. Doyley trying to find his own. May have been a good idea. Needs a diver. And can't quite march it in. First and goal from the 3. Mainly just thinking about that point differential. Here comes the bottom pitch again. He's going to stay there and should be fine. Touchdown. They do doink it in, so they're up to 28. You would think 28 would normally win, but not when you're giving up 40. Onside kick is not successful. So the Swords will take over at the 45. Feed that run play. Coughed up the ball. The Logs do get it. Jeremy Samuel, one of my favorite players, gets the ball. Take your time. Now throw to Sal John, who's slow as shit. I mean, they have to score on the next 2 plays, not including the onside. So Doyley's there. Can he cut through? Oh, he's trying his hardest. Not going to happen. Now they're just playing for some points. See if we can pretend this is a close game. They go for the pass. It's caught to Little Hoonan. And that'll do it as usual. Hoonan catches it but gains no yards. So Doyley locked up 200 yards rushing. You'd think you'd walk out of there feeling pretty good with that. Grice, 263 yards passing. Clifford Smith with the massive day. But the Logs are chopped down by the Swords.